potu, or steamed rice cake, cupcake in this case. You'll be hard-pressed to make the traditional chamorro potu if you're not on Guam, where you can get fresh sweet tuba and the warm tropical climate of the islands. But what we have done, my mother-in-law came up with a great recipe that's as close to the chamorro potu as you can get. And she uses white rice flour you can find in any supermarket and low-fat Bisquick along with regular flour, sugar, yeast, and water. I'm going to add a little bit of a twist to give the potu a bit of a tang, and I use coconut vinegar that you can find at any Asian supermarket. Alright, in this bowl I've got regular all-purpose flour, some sugar, a little bit of Bisquick, and you can see here this is just the rice flour from the store. It's a very fine powder. And what my mother-in-law does, sprinkles the yeast in. It's not typically what you do with yeast, right? Mix it all up. She pours some warm water in. Mix it all together. Now, I've tried for over 15 years to get this potu right, and I'll still continue to try. But I don't think I'll get the traditional chamorro potu recipe until I'm on Guam. But anyways, this is the most reliable, delicious recipe that I've come across. We'll let this sit for an hour, and then before I put it in the potu mold or the cupcake mold, I'll add the vinegar. Okay, so here's my mixture. Okay. See how bubbly and airy it is. Okay, my water is boiling. I'll go ahead and add the vinegar. Mix it. I'm going to go ahead and taste this to see if the vinegar is strong enough. Yep, it's a tablespoon of vinegar. Oh, it's so good, so good. Okay, I'm just using a tablespoon to put the batter in the muffin pans. 1 tablespoon is good enough. In the last 15 years that I've been trying to make potu, I would say 11 or 12 of those attempts resulted in a mochi-like mess. By the way, I did grease the muffin tins with a little bit of white Crisco. Now I do have 2 steamer baskets for my steamer, and what I do is I load the cupcake pan into the steamer before I put it onto the boiling water. So I have my water. It's a hard boil, but I've taken the cover out so it's not So, as bubbly, but it's boiling. And on goes your batter with the steamer. And then you want to cover the top with a kitchen towel so that the moisture of the water doesn't drip onto the potu. And you're going to steam this for 15 minutes. And then it'll be ready to take out. Okay, so this is ready. Just make sure you've got the handle. Lift it off of the water onto a towel. Set the cover aside. And lift the towel off. And there we go. You can see that it has bloomed, so to speak, the potu. Okay. Alright, and then I just set the whole basket and cupcake tin in a cold water bath. This is especially important if you're using the aluminum or tin potu molds or mini tart molds, so it can cool off and it's easier to come out of the mold. And once it's cooled off a few minutes, then you can take the potu out of the pan, re-grease the muffin pan, pour the batter in, and steam. So there we have it. Our potu is all done, and it is so delicious and good with that coconut vinegar. If you're watching this video and you have the traditional Chamorro recipe that you'd love to share to help preserve the Chamorro culture, please give me a call or an email. I'm sure everybody would appreciate it.